So we will begin with your opening statements. Andrew.
Sure. Good evening, everybody. First off, thank you so much for being here. You could be anywhere, and you're choosing your time to spend it with us and to inform yourself. This is what democracy is all about, so I'm grateful that you're spending your time. And here on behalf of the vote no on 26201 to oppose the gross receipts tax that is being proposed. And I feel very grateful to be able to be here because I feel very passionately about this. I moved to Portland in May, and this is one of the first big issues I've had to tackle, and I can tell you I'm proud to stand in opposition to it because a gross receipts tax is a regressive tax on people that can least afford it to pay for a program which currently exists on the statewide level. So I'm very concerned about what this will do to people and the ability to afford Portland, and we are here to tell you that opposing this is standing on the sides of people that can least afford to bear the burden of this tax. So please vote no on this, and I'm looking forward to an engaged dialogue.
Con,
Good evening, everyone. We live
is your red button on?
Yeah, you just have to be close to it.
There you go.
Hello, can you hear
There
me?
you go.
Okay.
All right.
Good evening, everyone. Do I get my time?
Sure.
Okay. We live in a time of increasing economic inequality, and we see the results of this inequality on the streets of Portland every day. Portland is at a crossroads, and like our country, we have to decide what kind of city do we want to be. And this November, we have a choice to decide what kind of values we want to embody. Nationally, we see the Trump administration slashing environmental protections and appointing climate deniers and giving huge handouts to the wealthiest corporations in the form of trillion-dollar tax cuts. But it doesn't have to be this way. Portland has the opportunity to take a stand and make these wealthiest corporations pay their fair share. We can take positive actions on climate change and be a model for other cities. The Portland Energy Initiative will allow us to create living wage jobs, grow our economy, and close the widening gap between rich and poor. Thank you.
Thank you. And we come now to the closing statement. And Con, if you would go first.
Sure, thank you. So this November, the people of Portland have a choice. Do we side with the wealthiest corporations like Amazon, Walmart, Comcast, and US Bank, who have already donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to fight this initiative, which supposedly isn't going to affect their wallet at all and is just going to be passed on? Or do we join the people's movement that includes the NAACP of Portland, of Oregon, Oregon Food Bank, Business for a Better Portland, and the League of Women Voters? Our coalition represents hundreds of thousands of Portlanders who share a vision of Portland that is resilient, equitable, and prosperous. At a time when many of us are feeling overwhelmed by the onslaught of attacks by the Trump administration against our environment and working class families, this initiative is Portland's opportunity to show the nation that there is a better way. We can train our workers, weatherize our homes, and generate clean energy right in our own backyard. Everyone here tonight can join us in this movement. You can volunteer. Thank you.
Andrew?
Great, thank you, and thank you. So we agree there's a choice this November. It is not between Walmart and Amazon. It is between your neighbors and the people that will have the most difficulty to afford to pay this tax to fund a program which currently exists and just needs reformation. And we stand together with our colleagues that would be open to reforming the Energy Trust of Oregon. And our message should be very clear on this, that Portland is becoming more and more expensive. It is actually the challenge of our time across many municipalities in this country, where cities are becoming more expensive. And those that have been around in these cities are finding it more and more difficult to stay in place, to stay in their homes, to be able to send their children off to school, to be able to have a good life and middle income and a good middle income class lifestyle. And I have to say that this is really that difference, whether we keep Portland affordable for the next generation, or whether we make this an unaffordable city that's unequitable. So stand with your neighbors who will now be paying more every single day, and for the small businesses that will be hit by this tax as well. Thank you so much.
And my thanks to the speakers for your cooperation and your help, for the audience for your questions, and many of you have been here all evening, so thank you. You've heard a lot of information tonight. Thanks also to Metro East Community Media for the recording and all the volunteers. Please check our website, lwvpdx.org, to view all our forums and for TV replay information. For more election information, pick up our nonpartisan voters guide either here at your local public library, New Seasons Market, or Meals on Wheels Dining Center. For similar information, go to vote411.org. Election Day is November 6th. As in all Oregon elections, you will receive a mail-in ballot. If you don't, check with the County Board of Elections. Ballots must be mailed back early or delivered to an official drop-off site anywhere in Oregon, no later than 8 p.m. on Tuesday, November 6th. The postmark does not count. That's all the time we have for this evening. Thank you for watching, those of you on TV. Thank you for being here. Thank you most of all for being informed and for sharing this information with your neighbors, friends, and family, and making sure that they vote, because we know that every vote is important. And please, thanks to our two speakers.